that Jesus' name was changed. All right, let me tell you this. God has the ability to name his son in every single language created. All right, and let's even understand who created these languages. Read that.
The book of Colossians, chapter 1 and verse 16. For by him were all things created.
Sis, did you catch that? Because what the brother was going to say, I don't know, you know what, I'm not even going to pretend that like I even knew, but I just know you hear people talking about there is no letter J, there was no letter J at this time, and this got changed and that got changed, but they don't have any actual proof.
Right.
And they once again deny the power of God because God created everything. So when you see the letter J, guess who created that? God created the letter J. Right? So in the last days, he wanted his son to be called Jesus, so we're going to call him Jesus. Read it again.
For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth.
Nothing was created without the Father's approval. You understand that? Nothing was created without the Father's approval. Even this white man right here, the image of this, do you know that was created with the Father's approval? This white man right here. Who is that white man? But who is he though? In the world. Me and you might be on the same page. Huh?
I don't know who he is or what people call him.
You never seen that image before? You never seen? And what do they tell you?
Not nobody I worship.
But since we talking about everybody now, right? We talking about everybody. Because I don't worship him neither, but I understand who people say he is. I understand who people say he is, and people say he who?
A false God.
But the people do not call him a false God, sis. Let's deal.
That's what I call him.
But I don't want to talk. I understand what me and you talking about. But I'm asking you what the people call this guy. They call him Jesus, right? And do you know that came with the approval of God? God approved that because of your disobedience. Did you know that? Because we was disobedient to God because we wouldn't listen. God said, yeah, create that white guy. Right. Send the white guy in. Let them follow that white guy. You don't believe me? Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. I'm going to show you right now, sis. This was a curse on our people. When you see Big Mama losing her money, losing her mind, giving all the money to the fake pastor, God ordained that thing.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So God said that if you don't listen to what I tell you to do, I'm going to curse you as a nation. It ain't just me and you that's going to be cursed. All of us as a whole going to be cursed. You understand that? So let me show you what the curse was. Give me 68. I'm going to show you how this God was ordained. Read that. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it said God will bring you into Egypt again with ships. Egypt just means slavery. So sis, it said God gonna bring you into slavery on ships. What people did that happen to? That happened to us, right? These things came from God because of our disobedience, right? Keep reading.
Into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
You're never gonna see your homeland again. You only gonna now be in slavery with these slave ships, read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
And there you're going to be sold to your enemy for slave men and for slave women. That's our history, right? When we got off the slave ships, they said, hey, I'll give you $200 for the big buck right there. I'll give you $500 for the sister right there. She'll make me a lot of children, right? These are things that happen to us because of our disobedience. Keep reading.
And no man shall buy you.
So no man being able to buy you meaning no man going to be able to get you out of this slavery, right? Like, name some people that tried to get us out of slavery. To get us equality. Martin Luther King. Abraham Lincoln tried to get us out of slavery. Nah, he just didn't want us on the plantation no more. It was bigger. He had bigger goals in mind. It was to benefit them. He said if I could, Rosa Parks. All she did was sit on the bus. No, I'm not knocking her, but she just sat on the bus, right? But Abraham Lincoln, he said if he could accomplish what he wanted to accomplish without freeing the slaves, so-called freeing the slaves, he said he would have just kept them in slavery. But he understood that he had to do it. He had to do it the way he did it, right? So you said Rosa Parks, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, all these people trying to get us out of slavery. Hell, even Barack Obama, right? Barack Obama, where everybody called him what? No, but they called him what though? They call him Moses. They was like, oh, this the black Moses. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take us through the Red Sea. They was making rap songs, my president is black. You remember that one? You know what I'm saying? We was all excited, right? But did it change our situation?
He was just a puppet, though.
That's all he is, right? Because this is a white man system. Yeah.
More people that run this world.
Well, I don't know about how many people. I just know that the people that run it is the so-called white man, and we still here. Right, but we still here though, right? So none of those people was able to save us out of slavery. You understand what I'm saying to you, right? So jump up to 48. Because remember, we're talking about how this image came from God. Nothing is created on heaven or earth without God's approval. I just want you to understand that. Read that.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who was the enemy? No, go back to 68. You didn't catch it in verse 68. Read that.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Slavery with ships, read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
Never see your homeland again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said you're going to be sold to your enemies. Who sold us? Who sold us to the enemy? So who was the enemy? The white people is the enemy. This is very plain. I know people get a little shook when you read it out the Bible. This is what the brother was saying about weaponizing and stuff like that too. It's not no. I'm just giving you straight facts from the Bible, right? So he says that you're gonna be sold unto your enemies. Now jump up to 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So now you're gonna have to serve who?
The enemy.
Who is the enemy? The white people. You gotta serve white people for what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent the white people against us? God sent them against us. Why though? Let's make sure we're on the same page. Why? Why was we cursed though? Because we was disobedient. You on fire today, sis. You on fire. Read it again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So you gotta serve the white man when you get hungry. Where you get your food from? The white man, right? And then you got to go to work all week, right? To work for the white man, then you take that money he gave you and you do what? You go give it back to him for some of his food products. We still in slavery. It's the same. It's a new age slavery. It's the same things that was going on in slavery. We work in the cotton field and he'll give us a whole bag full of pork and say, here, this is your wages. It's the same thing. Read.
And in thirst.
So when you get thirsty, you got to go get your water from who? You don't come pay your DTE bill with me, right? Resources, they very smart. They took hold of all of that. Right? Read.
And in nakedness.
When you get clothes, right? Who you get the clothes from? White people, because it might say FUBU, right? FUBU, it might say that. But where did they get the textiles from? Because we don't got no damn farm. We don't got no farms. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no cotton fields.
Right.
We don't have no leather factories or anything like that. Right? So everything that we getting straight from them. Read.
And in want of all things.
In want of all things, sis. Where you get that cell phone from?
Metro.
But who made it though? White people. And then you gotta, who phone bill do you pay? To make sure you can stay, huh? It's white people. Sis, I'm telling you right now, the enemy, God sent the enemy upon us to make sure that, oh, you don't want to listen to me? you're going to follow them.
Right.
You don't want to serve me for all things, I'm going to make sure you follow them for all things.
Right.
We don't know how much God's failed phone bill would have cost us, right? But we chose the white man. Read.
And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke upon thy and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
He said, God said, I'm going to send you, this white man going to come upon you, and he going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck. You see this right here? Do you see this right here? What is that? Iron upon what? The neck of what? Of us, black people, so-called black people, right? This is Bible fact.
Right. That's right.
The Bible's prophecy became our history.
Right.
You understand that? So the things that God said was going to happen to us absolutely happened to us. These things don't line up with no other people in the Bible or on the planet. The things in the Bible don't line up with no other people on the planet.
Right. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar.
So we was chilling on the west coast of Africa. Somebody came from afar and said, let's go round them up and bring them over here. Read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flyeth.
So notice how we've been talking about the white man the whole time, right? Because that's who the enemy is, right? Then it also told you his symbol. What is his symbol? You got a dollar bill? Huh? You got a dollar on you? What's on that dollar bill? What's on the quarter? What's the symbol on the quarter? But what's on the back? Not on the back. Right here. Turn that around right here. Turn that around. Yep. See the quarter right there? That's the American quarter. What's on the back of it? The eagle. What's the United States of America national symbol? The eagle. When you get your mail in, when the mail truck come down your block, the United States Postal Service, what animal's on the side of that truck? It's the eagle. When they landed on the moon, they said what? The eagle has landed.
That's right.
Read it again.
As swift.
Hold on, sis. Hold on. We ain't got no Jehovah with this umbrella. But sis, I want you to get this. I want you to get this main point, because I was trying to show you how this white dude was ordained by God or approved by God. If you could just bear with God for just a little bit, because these ain't my words, these God's words. He really wants you to hear this. It's tearing you up. All praises. Where's that at? Yeah, stand by that car right there with a little bit of shade. You got a what? Okay, so read it again.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
So, as swift as the eagle flieth, is that, there you go. Sis, we got you with the sun right here. Got you with the sun right here. All praise. Soldier in the spirit. Soldier is in the spirit. Okay, so as swift as the eagle flieth, God said, I'm going to send this nation against you. Let's hear more about this nation. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Because we didn't speak English. Remember, you ever seen Roots? Remember, Fiddler had to teach Kunta Kinte English, which means Fiddler had to learn English, because this ain't the language that we spoke. Read.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Sis, when they had us working in the cotton field, as soon as you was old enough to hold a cotton sack, you was out there. So that means you 3 and you can hold that cotton sack, you go pick all the cotton you can pick. You still moving around, you 75 years old, you go pick you some cotton. You understand that? That's how they operate. They didn't care how old we was and how young we was. But where did it, once again, let's go back to the whole point though, where did this image come from? God, as a punishment, sent this image upon us. 64.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
God scattered us among all people with what? The transatlantic slave trade. You familiar with that? You're not familiar with the transatlantic slave trade? Because they didn't just come here. It went into all different directions.
Like
Yeah, there you go.
The 4th of July was one of the big days they sold.
Yeah, absolutely.
These holidays, they sold us.
Absolutely.
That's why we don't celebrate a lot of this stuff.
But you see this right here? This is where we was at on the west coast of Africa. And these ships went all over the place. all over the place. If you notice, they was just everywhere. That's what God just said. Read it again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even to the other.
That's why, I don't know if you notice this, but it's black people in like Japan. There's black people in China. I mean, they grew up there. You know what I'm saying? They went through the same atrocities that me and you went through in China though, Japan, Iraq, Iran. You know what I'm saying? There's black people all over the place. You can put it down, so read.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And there, this was a curse. He said, because you didn't listen, I'm going to scatter you into all nations. And there you're going to serve other gods, read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
New gods. Our fathers never knew about no dang on white Jesus. No, he never knew about that. Right. But God said, you don't want to serve me, you're going to get a new God. Who your fathers, you and your fathers never knew. Read.
Even wood and stone.
What is the big symbol in the Christian church?
Cross.
The cross. Did you catch that though? What? This was written thousands of years ago. Read it again.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Because of our disobedience, God said, go serve the white man. Go serve white Jesus.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.